What is going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Kaiuchiya here, coming with some more Road to Master Ball tier Pokemon Shield double battles. Now, before we get things started, I want to go ahead and apologize for not uploading any videos for the past 2 weeks. I've been trying to go ahead and focus on trying to get my driver's license, and I've been also trying to go ahead and focus on school, or not school, but also trying to focus on my work and everything else. So, as you can see, we have some new faces here in our roster of teams. As you can see, we have Magmortar, we have Garchomp flying in the background, and as you can see, we also have a little Klefki in the back. We also have Eldegoss and none other than our Salamence just standing there looking directly at our Magmortar. Now, this team is basically going to consist of trying to make our boys Salamence, Magmortar, Swampert, and Garchomp, I believe, somewhere is like behind here. Yeah, there he is. Basically, those specific 4 Pokemon will be going ahead and being the top tier for this specific team. Now, I am going to be going ahead and talking to you guys real quick about this team and what we are going to be bringing to the table. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch this video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll get a kick out of these videos. So, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so like I said, let's get into today's video. So, before we get things started and move on to the ranked battles, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys real quick about this team and what I am bringing to the table for this team. So, the first things first, we have ourselves Swampert, Salamence, Garchomp, Magmortar, Klefki, and Eldegoss, like I said before in the portion of the beginning of the video. Now, this team is going to be really synergized around making Swampert, Salamence, Garchomp, and Magmortar look good as possible, and Klefki and Eldegoss are basically 2 supporter Pokemon, but I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that these 4 Pokemon will go ahead and do what we need them to do to go ahead and take down the team that's going to be in front of us. So, to kick things off, we're going to be talking about none other than Swampert. Swampert is a very powerful water ground type Pokemon with only one weakness to being grass. Now, I decided that I really wanted to go ahead and actually get myself like a very powerful water type that has some very powerful attack power in its disposal, but then also I was looking towards a very special attack like water type as well too. But I decided to go with Swampert because Swampert is actually a very powerful Pokemon if you know how to use it very well. Personally, I know how to use it somewhat good, so if I end up making mistakes, then it's just one of the learning experiences and the learning curves that we just have to go ahead and go through, so then that way we can basically make Swampert look a lot better. But the moveset that I do have on Swampert, you guys will see at the end of the video, and you know, I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the you know, the sharing code, so that way you guys can use this team yourself and everything. With Swampert, it is going to be an adamant nature, and it's going to be holding a Rindo Berry. Rindo Berry allows the Pokemon to actually take grass type moves that they are weak to and reduce their power output. With the Rindo Berry, we can go ahead and make sure that we live a lot longer, and we can go ahead and take out those grass type Pokemon with Ice Punch, which is one of the moves that it's going to go ahead and have on it. And as you can see, like I said, it is going to be adamant nature, and we are going to give it perfect stats all around in its IVs, 200 EVs in its attack, 40 EVs in its defense, 30 in its special defense, and 240 in its speed. We can make it peak out to 110, so that way we can try to outspeed or speed creep some of the Pokemon that are actually faster than Swampert. That's one of my main goals, and also it's going to have the ability Torrent, which actually powers up water type moves if Swampert's you know, water type, or not water type, but if its HP is at a certain, you know, HP or something like that. So once Swampert is in Torrent ability, Torrent, we can go ahead and use our water type moves to boost up Swampert's damage output with one of its specific water moves that I put on it. Alrighty guys, so the next Pokemon that we are going to be going ahead and introducing is none other than my boy Salamence. Now I really love Salamence, and I was thinking about nicknaming my Salamence to Dragonborn, but honestly, I think that's a little bit too long of a name, and I don't think I can actually nickname it that, because, people might get, like, the wrong intentions on my Salamence. But anyways, the thing is that I really do love Salamence, and, pairing it up with, like, multiple different Pokemon is, like, making sure that Salamence looks good against, other Pokemon that it's going up against. Once Salamence is actually out on the field, it can go ahead and be a major threat when it comes towards going up against the Pokemon that are actually stronger against Salamence. Pair that up with the weakness policy, it gives Salamence a boost in its attack or special attack, or basically both for 2 stages. So basically, pair that up with the adamant nature plus the weakness policy. Basically, Salamence is going to be hitting like a truck, basically, and it can one-shot Pokemon that it's weak to, and it can one-shot Pokemon that it's stronger against, and everything. And Salamence will go ahead and mollywop the entire team that we are going to be going up against, pretty much. And I really do like Salamence. I've always wanted to go ahead and get a shiny Salamence as well too, and you guys will actually go ahead and actually see each and every one of my shiny replays of each and every one of the Pokemon that I did shiny hunt for, which is basically Salamence, Garchomp, Magmortar, and Klefki. I tried to go ahead and try to shiny hunt for Swampert and Eldegoss, but I went over shiny odds, and I was just going to go ahead and tell myself, you know what, if I go over shiny odds, then I will try to go ahead and get them later, and I can be able to go ahead and just focus on taking care of this team, and then I can be able to go ahead and move on. I'm going to try to go ahead and make this video as short as possible, so that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of talking so fast, because I do have to go ahead and still study for the DMV test, and that's one of my main focuses on for today and tomorrow, and then a little bit on Monday, because I will be going ahead and taking the test that day, so that way I can be able to go ahead and try and hopefully get my driver's license, because I have been trying my best and trying my hardest to be able to go ahead and get that driver's license, because things are not at a good stand-in as far as I'm concerned. But I won't get into my personal life. We're just going to go ahead and focus on this. So as you can see, Salamence is going to be an adamant nature, and we are going to go ahead and give it IVs, perfect in all of its stats, 252 in attack, 137 in special defense, and 120 in speed. Basically, the special defense is one of the main concerns that we do have to worry about the most, because there's a lot of Pokemon that actually do a lot of heavy special attack damage than defense or physical attack stuff. So once we go ahead and actually see it in battle, then we can go ahead and actually try to figure out if we need to go ahead and focus a little bit more on defense or focus on special defense a little bit more. So as you can see, it also is going to have its hidden ability, which is Moxie. Moxie boosts up the attack power after knocking out any Pokemon in the middle of the battle. So once Salamence ends up going ahead and getting that weakness policy boost from one of its Pokemon that it's weak to, it can go ahead and already be at +2, then we can go ahead and knock out the Pokemon and then get a +3 with the Moxie boost. Moxie boost, like I said, is really going to go ahead and be the bread and butter for Salamence, because once Salamence gets to like +4 or +5, then nothing is going to take down Salamence, unless a Pokemon is actually faster than Salamence can go ahead and take it down. But that's unlikely, probably, but there can be possibilities that something does happen like that. But we do have one of the new signature moves that is from the Isle of Armor DLC that we can go ahead and put on Salamence, and you guys will be able to go ahead and see that yourselves. Alright guys, so the third Pokemon that we are going to be going ahead and talking about real quick is none other than Garchomp. Garchomp is a Dragon Ground type Pokemon, as everyone knows, and when it comes towards Garchomp, Garchomp is very frail in most of its defenses, but its speed and attack power actually make up for its frail ability. And once Garchomp is put on the field, then it hits like a monster and everything. Because once Garchomp is basically out on the field, we can go ahead and make sure that we can go ahead and hit them really hard with Iron Heads, Fire Fangs, Crunches, Dragon Rush, Outrage, any type of Dragon type move that you can think of, or any coverage moves that you can think of as well too. But with Garchomp, we are going to be focusing mainly on its physical attacks, because that's what Garchomp is mainly for. And it is going to be Adamant Nature and holding the Assault Vest. Assault Vest allows you to actually boost up your special defense by 1.5 times its regular strength. And you cannot use priority moves or status moves once you have the Assault Vest on, because the Assault Vest negates that tech, because that's just how it is. But we do have the Dynamax effect on our Garchomp and everything. We have the Dynamax effect on every single one of our Pokemon, but if Garchomp does end up Dynamaxing, then we can go ahead and use like Iron Head, Max Steel Spike. We can go ahead and use Max Darkness, Crunch. We can go ahead and use Max Flare, or we can go ahead and use like Max Rimwind to actually go ahead and reduce the attack power that is going to be coming up against us and everything. And the Garchomp will just go ahead and just one-shot Pokemon, as hard and fast as it can. And it is going to have its hidden ability, which is Rough Skin. Rough Skin is a move that inflicts damage if the Pokemon that is attacking it makes direct contact. So any physical attack moves that are going to be hitting our Garchomp, they will go ahead and in turn take damage because of Rough Skin. And I honestly think that's actually a very powerful ability to have. We're going to give it total perfect stats all around the board: 252 in its attack, 160 in special defense, and 98 in speed. Because that way Garchomp can be able to go ahead and be, a relatively fast Pokemon and everything. Not as fast as Dragapult, but we can still go ahead and put in the work with our Garchomp as much as we can. Alright guys, so our first Pokemon that we're going to be talking about real quick is none other than Magmortar. I honestly did not think that I was ever going to use Magmortar, and at first I was thinking like, what fire type Pokemon can I use to go ahead and actually suitably fit for this team. At first I was thinking like maybe Ninetales, the Cantonian form, or I can basically go ahead and just use Torkoal, which is a very powerful bulky defense type Pokemon. But to be honest with you, I decided to go with Magmortar because I think Magmortar is actually a very powerful Pokemon, and it's pretty much slept on as much as I'm thinking about, and not a lot of people use Magmortar. But I decided to go ahead and use Magmortar because I decided that it was actually a very powerful Pokemon with its special attack. We actually have 3 physical attackers, and we needed at least 1 special attacker on our team, so why not go ahead and use Magmortar? That's one of my concerns and stuff like that, because I was really thinking like we need to be able to use a special attacker to go ahead and kind of switch things up and stuff. So we actually went ahead and used Magmortar. It's going to be Modest Nature, and as far as the item, I am going to be using Choice Scarf. I am thinking about switching it, maybe use Choice Specs at times, and then I'm thinking about using Choice Scarf. But depending on how the metagame is shooken up, then we're going to go ahead and go with that specific item and that specific item only. So as you can see, it is going to be perfect all around in its IVs. 220 in defense, 170 in special attack, and 120 in speed. And then plus with the Choice Scarf, it's going to allow us to actually go ahead and be a little bit faster, so that way we can go ahead and outspeed some of the Pokemon as well too. And not only that, it's actually going to go ahead and actually have its hidden ability instead of its regular ability. The regular ability, I was thinking that it actually might be a lot better, but there is a lot of Pokemon out there that do have ways to go ahead and sleep the Pokemon. So I was thinking like Vital Spirit is actually a very useful tech in our disposal, because with Vital Spirit we can actually prevent Magmortar from going ahead and falling asleep in the middle of the battle. And if Magmortar is going to Dynamax, which more likely is going to, we can be able to go ahead and stop those specific Pokemon from putting Magmortar to sleep. And that's going to actually go ahead and be one of our secret techs that we're going to be using against those Pokemon that can go ahead and put Magmortar to sleep. Like, for instance, Amoonguss, Butterfree, if we do see one, and a lot of other grass-type Pokemon, or other Pokemon that can go ahead and use like any type of sleep moves, like Bronzor can use Hypnosis and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure this team is actually going to go ahead and put in the work that it needs to. Alrighty guys, so the next team that we are the next portion of our team that we're going to be talking about is none other than Klefki, which is number 5 on our team. And Klefki, I honestly think that it's actually a very powerful Pokemon just because of the ability that it has, which is Prankster. Prankster allows the Pokemon to actually go ahead and have a +1 to status moves. And with those status moves, we can actually go ahead and make sure that Klefki can basically stay alive and everything like that. And with some of the other moves that it does have, we can go ahead and prevent other Pokemon from, setting up their portion of their, their team and stuff like that. So with Klefki, we can actually go ahead and do some major damage, or go ahead and render some of the Pokemon useless in a sense. So as you can see, Klefki is going to be a timid nature, boost up its speed and lower its attack power, and it's going to be holding the Light Clay. Light Clay allows the Pokemon to actually go ahead and use Light Screen and Reflect, and it boosts those specific 2 moves for 8 turns. So that way we can go ahead and make sure that our 4 Pokemon, which is Magmortar, Garchomp, Salamence, and Swampert, stays alive a lot longer and can be able to go ahead and dish out the moves that we are going to be going ahead and using with these 4 specific Pokemon. And as you can see, like I said, it is going to have its regular ability, which is Prankster, which gives +1 to priority stat moves, and they cannot be targeted by dark types because Prankster doesn't work on dark types at all. And it's going to have an IV spread in its HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed, 252 in defense, 252 in special defense, and 6 in its speed. So that way we can go ahead and still have some type of speed on our Klefki, because it is going to have at least 1 attacking move to be able to go ahead and help out with if it does need help. Because there are some Pokemon that will probably go ahead and use like to raise up like their attack power and everything. So that's when we can go ahead and use our 1 single move that we're going to be using, which is Foul Play. Foul Play is a move that can go ahead and do more damage based on if a Pokemon gets an attack boost. So that's what Foul Play is going to be helping us out in that situation. Alright guys, so last but certainly not least is none other than going to be our 6th Pokemon, which is none other than Eldegoss. Eldegoss, I believe, is one of, I think it's like a pretty good grass type Pokemon. I mean, if you look at its stats, its defense and special defense is very, very high, and Eldegoss can actually go ahead and dish out hits as much as it can take them. So honestly, I think that Eldegoss is going to be one of those Pokemon that needs to be more of like a supporter, so then that way we can go ahead and make sure that, like I said, our 4 specific Pokemon that are going to be Dynamaxing, and everything else is going to head and staying alive a lot longer, so then that way we can basically go ahead and do what we need to do. So none other than that, I believe that the nature that Eldegoss is going to be, and the nature that I put on it, is going to be Bold. Bold nature is boosting up Eldegoss's defense power, but lowering its attack. Eldegoss is not known for its physical attacks, but it's well known for its special attack. I honestly think that Eldegoss is actually one of those Pokemon that needs a little bit more bulk in its defense, so that's why I went ahead and I chose Bold nature. And it's going to be holding the Leftovers. Leftovers actually gives us 1/8 of our HP back, so that way we can basically go ahead and make sure that Eldegoss actually stays healthy a little bit longer, and it can go ahead and use its status moves to go ahead and make sure that our Pokemon can basically go ahead and stay in the battle longer too. So as you can see, it is going to have a spread of perfect stats all around: 100 in defense, 200 in special attack, 120 in special defense, and 90 in speed. And I honestly think that that's an actual pretty good, EV spread, so that way we can make sure that our Eldegoss actually stays alive with both of its defenses and everything being super high and everything. So as far as the ability goes, I really did like Cotton Down because of the fact that, we can lower the Pokemon speed, but the only downside to it is that it's also going to lower our Pokemon speed as well. Effect Spore was actually pretty good, so that way we can go ahead and put Poison, Paralysis, or Sleep on one Pokemon, but I honestly think that it would have been like a bad idea, because if somebody was to have like Skill Swap, we can end up going ahead and losing that effect, and we might end up going ahead and messing ourselves up. So that's why I chose Regenerator. Regenerator restores a little bit, at least I think it's like 1/4 or 1/8 of the HP once it gets switched out of battle and then switched back in later on. And with the help of leftovers, we can go ahead and make sure that Eldegoss is like a nuisance Pokemon, and then we can go ahead and use one of the specific moves that we put on Eldegoss to go ahead and actually, stay in battle a little bit longer and everything. So that is going to be our team. As you can see, Salamence is coming up to the screen, going ahead and telling us like, hey, are we going to get into the battle yet? And, our team is looking pretty powerful and everything. So let's go ahead and jump into some ranked battles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get this started. Alrighty guys, so like I said, let's go ahead and get into these ranked battles. And we found ourselves our first trainer, and it's going to be going up against Fake Combo. Now, as you can see, that this team is actually going to consist of a lot of pseudo-legendaries. We actually have Garchomp, Tyranitar, Metagross, Lucario, Dusknoir, and none other than Haxorus. So I honestly think that this team is going to be really powerful, but I do see that this team is actually very weak to Fire-type moves. I don't see a lot of Pokemon that do have any type of like Sleep Claws or anything like that. But honestly, Eldegoss looks really good against his teams, because there's not really that much Pokemon that can be able to take down Eldegoss. So honestly, what I'm gonna do is that I'm actually gonna put Klefki. I'm gonna go with Klefki, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Magmortar as the second Mon, and I'm gonna bring Eldegoss, and I think our last Pokemon is going to be Swamp. Should I go with Swampert, or should I go with Salamence? I think we should go with Salamence, because there is, or Swampert, I mean, because there is a lot of Pokemon that is going to be weak to Swampert and everything. So it is going to go ahead and, we actually are going to look good against this team. And we do have a new outfit that we put on to go ahead and put things good for ourselves. So he's going to be starting things off with Haxorus and Garchomp. And I'm going to go with Magmortar and Klefki. So he's going to be kicking things off with Haxorus, so he's got Mold Breaker. And if I really had to make a guess here, I think that Garchomp probably has Sand Veil or Rough Skin. So both of those Pokemon are basically known for their physical attacks. So what I'm going to do is actually going to go for the Reflect. And I'm going to go ahead and actually switch my Magmortar out. And I'm going to go into Swampert here. And he's actually going to go ahead and Dynamax right off the bat. Honestly, what I can probably say, he's probably going to go into... he's probably going to go for the Max Rimwind, and he's going to actually Dynamax his Garchomp. That's more likely what I was thinking anyways, because Garchomp's attack power is just ridiculously powerful. Damage output anyways. So I'm going to go for the Reflect here, so that way I can be able to go ahead and set up myself for those physical attacks. He's gonna go for the Max Quake. Okay, so he's gonna go straight into Klefki. Klefki is gonna go down. Klefki, man. Klefki is not all that powerful, but, you know, I'm okay with that. And it's actually Life Orb Garchomp. Okay. And he's gonna go for Outrage. Swampert, he lived, but I don't, man, I honestly think I'm in trouble here. I'm gonna go for the Pollen Puff on the Swampert, and I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and Dynamax to max Hailstorm. I think I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to go into Haxorus. Because, honestly, if Garchomp is just gonna be going ahead and going for, the Max Quakes and stuff, then there's nothing that we can really do. This time he's gonna go for Max Rockfall into Eldegoss. Eldegoss is gonna tank that. But we are gonna go ahead and switch up that Sandstorm. Oh man, no, we're not. Man! First match back into the fray and we mess up. And we're gonna take some damage. And we lost our turn of Dynamax as well too. Ugh. I'm gonna go for the Helping Hand on the Magmortar, and I think what we're gonna have to do is go for the Thunderbolt. And he's gonna go for Max Quake again and knock out Magmortar. Man. Yeah, we lost. There's no way that we can win. That Garchomp is just too much. Yeah, props to my opponent. GG. GG. He totally just blew us back. Alright, we found ourselves another trainer, and we're going up against Daruk. And Regieleki is in the ranked battles? What? Oh, God. And Cinderace is back as well, too. So, he's got Gardevoir, Cinderace, Metagross, Regieleki, Garchomp, and Gengar. Honestly, what I can say is I think we're going to have to bring in our own Garchomp or Salamence, because I think we're going to be at a disadvantage if we don't. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in Klefki like always. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in Salamence as well too. And for the back, I'm going to go ahead and bring Magmortar and Eldegoss. He's locked into his team. I'm locked into mine. I'm pretty sure he's going to go ahead and bring Regieleki because why not? I mean, Regieleki is like a very powerful Pokemon with that, what was it, 200 base speed? It's ridiculous of how... So he's actually... Yeah, like I said, he's going to bring in Regieleki. I already knew. But we're going to go with our boy Salamence and Klefki. And Klefki's Prankster is going to get traced by Gardevoir. And we're going to go ahead and actually... we're just going to go for it. I think there's no other doubt but to just go for it. We're just going to go straight off the bat, Dynamax, and bop this Gardevoir with the Max Steel Spike from this Iron Tail. If he's going to go ahead and Dynamax the Regieleki, which I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen right now, then we can just let that Regieleki do what it needs to do. He's actually going to Dynamax the Gardevoir. Okay, I guess just to go ahead and make sure that Gardevoir survives and get that Max Starfall onto our Salamence. But we're going to go big boy Salamence here. And Klefki is going to go for the Light Screen. So that way, whatever this Dynamax Pokemon is going to go for, it's not going to do that much damage. He's going to go for Ancient Power. Oh. On the from Regieleki. Oh, gosh. Well, we're going to get that attack boost. And that special attack boost. And here comes the Max Starfall. And we're going to live. Yes. Let's go. And here comes the Max Steel Spike. And that's gonna kill. What? The Gardevoir had a... Oh my god, it had a Focus Sash. Are you serious? Oh! It had a Focus Sash. I think we better just go for the Foul Play into the Gardevoir. And let's go for the Max... I think we better go for... I think we better go for a Max Rimwind into the Regieleki. Here comes the Thunderbolt. Klefki's actually gonna live. Max Starfall into Salamence. No. God. If I would have known about that Focus Sash, then I think we would have been able to go ahead and take down both of the Mons. But we are going to go ahead and Foul Play into the Gardevoir and take out her Dynamax Mon as well, too. And we're going to go into Magmortar. And here comes Gengar. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna switch out Eldegoss, or switch into Eldegoss, and I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt into the Gengar. Here comes the Volt Switch. That was a perfect play on my part. That was so perfect. Go for that Hard Switch. Make sure that Klefki stays alive. And here comes Cinderace. Okay. Here comes a Sludge Bomb. And we're gonna get that Thunderbolt. It does half. That's pretty good. And its leftovers Gengar. Okay. And we're gonna show off our leftovers as well. And I think what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go ahead and go for I think we're gonna go for the substitute here. And oh, we're already locked into we're gonna go for another Thunderbolt. Why not? Here comes Power Ball into Eldegoss. Yeah, that's gonna knock us out. Man. And that's Life Orb as well. We take down the Gengar. But now we're locked in the Thunderbolt. Let's go for the Foul Play onto the Regieleki, and then go for the Thunderbolt onto the Cinderace. Magmortar's gonna live on 2. Klefki's not gonna live. Yeah, there's no way that we're gonna win this battle. GG's to my opponent. There's no way. Alright, we're going into our third match here. And this team is going to have 3 legendaries. Regigigas, Latios, and Tapu Fini. With Rillaboom, Alolan Ninetales, and Runerigus. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I can do. Like, I guess what we're gonna have to do is just go with Eldegoss, Salamence, and Magmortar, Garchomp. I guess that's the right solution to do. What to do? Like, I honestly don't know. Like, I know this team is good. I just need to find the right opening for myself to make sure that I can actually go ahead and make this team perfect. And he's gonna go with 2 legendaries right off the bat. That is just ridiculous, man. Like, why in the world allow legendaries to go ahead and be part of this? This makes no sense. I'm gonna go for the Helping Hand onto my Salamence, and I'm gonna go straight into this Latios. Because I know for a fact that the Regigigas is probably gonna go for Protect, because it does have that slow start. And I'm not going to sit up there and bother myself with the Regigigas if it's just going to go for this Protect on the first time. The metagame has really shooken up ever since the Crown Tundra got released. So, it's actually going to Dynamax the Regigigas. It's probably going to go for the Max Guard. Or it's probably going to go for something else. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. But we are going to go for the Helping Hand into the Salamence. Simple. Oh my god! It actually switched the Regigigas'... Wow! I was not expecting that. It switched Slow Start to Simple. Well, we are going to go ahead and bop this Latios. Wow, I was not expecting that. But we are going to get that Moxie boost. So it switched from Slow Start to Simple. That is some new game meta right there. Okay. But here comes Ninetales. It's going to go for that Snow Warning. Okay. I'm going to switch that. I'm going to switch that Snow Warning to Sun. And I think what I should do is go for the Max Steel Spike into the, So here comes the Veil. Here comes another Max Steel Spike into Salamence. The Salamence is going to take that easy. And we're going to go for our own Max Steel Spike. And we're going to bop! That was a crit. I'm honestly going to say that crit actually didn't matter. But we are going to go ahead and switch the Hail to Sun. And here comes Tapu Fini. I'm going to go for the Pollen Puff onto Salamence, so that way we can go ahead and get that boost. And I'm going to go for the Max Airstream, so that way we can get that speed boost. Here comes Max Strike. Yeah, I knew it. That was a good play on my part to go to use the Max Airstream. Here comes the Reflect. Well, we're going to hurt that Tapu Fini. Now we're back up to neutral. It's got a Citrus Berry, I think. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Citrus. And we're going to go for the Pollen Puff. Get some juicy health back for Salamence. And we're going to go for the Helping Hand Dual Wing Beat into the Tapu Fini. Here comes the Iron Head. Now it's just going to try to go for flinches. But we take down the Tapu Fini. And we get that Moxie boost. Now I think we're at +3. Right? Yeah, we're at +3. So the Regigigas is really lackluster at this point. We're just going to go for the Pollen Puff Brick Break. Yeah, battle was canceled. GG's, man. I knew this team was good. Alright, we found ourselves another trainer, and we're going up against Isaac. This team is going to consist of Oranguru with the help of Snorlax, Ninetales with Sandslash, Turtonator with Duraludon. Honestly, this team is very simple because I can honestly just tell you that with Sandslash with the Slush Rush and Ninetales to help out with the Hail and everything, Instruct with Snorlax to go ahead and do double attack moves at the same time, and then Duraludon with Turtonator. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But honestly, what I can say is that I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and actually just... I think we're going to go ahead and bring out... I think we're going to go ahead and do Garchomp, Magmortar, and then we're going to go ahead and bring in Klefki and Eldegoss. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. So here comes Snorlax Oranguru. So I had a feeling that was going to happen. And honestly, I think what our best solution is to go for... Should we go for Crunch? Or should we go for the Dynamax Max Flare? Yeah, I think we're going to go for the Max Flare into the Snorlax, and then we're gonna do is Lava Plume. So that way we can get a boost in the Lava Plume from the sun. And then we're gonna go for the Max Darkness later. Oh, we didn't even get the boost. Because since we do have the Choice Scarf, we're a lot more, we're powerful. We're faster. So we're actually faster than Garchomp. I'm guessing that last Garchomp that we went up against actually had full speed investment. And Symbiosis. I knew it. Belly Drum and Snorlax. Okay, we're definitely taking out that Snorlax. And it's got that Wiki Berry, man. It just ate that too. Man. Okay. And it had Trick Room. Oh my god. I should have brought out Klefki. That is not good. I should have brought out Klefki. God dang it. We gotta go ahead and render that damage output as fast as we can. If I would have had Imprison, then we would have been in a better situation. But that Rough Skin is gonna go ahead and make sure. that we go ahead and do some damage. Hey, we're just gonna go ahead and rough skin. I mean, that's what our best solution is. I should have went with Klefki to imprison. But we take down the Snorlax. Let's go. That was my main priority. It was to take down the Snorlax. Because if we didn't, then we were going to be in so much trouble. We're stuck in Lava Plume right now. So what we're going to do is that we're actually going to go ahead and switch out Magmortar, bring out Eldegoss. I think we're going to go for the Reflect. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to switch out. We're going to switch out Magmortar. And we're going to go into Eldegoss. Here comes the Max Quake. And the Eldegoss. I think we're going to go ahead and go for the substitute. Okay, we take down the Oranguru. I'm pretty sure the Sandslash is... Okay, it's going to go for another Max Quake. It's a Klefki this time. Let me see. We do have Reflect up. So, we're going to go for the Light Screen. And we're going to switch up that Hail to Sun. So that way that Sandslash won't get that Slush Rush. Here comes another Max Quake. Into Klefki this time. But Klefki did its job. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. Yes. The substitute is still up. And the Sand Slash should go back down to its normal size. Yep. And we're just gonna go for the Helping Hand Lava Plume. Because that should go ahead and... that Helping Hand should be able to go ahead and take down the Ninetales and the Sand Slash, unless the Ninetales or the Sand Slash has a Focus Sash. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam again. Ah, the substitute faded. Oh well. But Magmortar should be able to go ahead and take down both of them with the Lava Plume. Yeah, so the Ninetales had the Dazzling Gleam. And we actually took down the Sand Slash, and it actually had 3 boosts of the Max Quake. Wow. That Sun boost really helped out in that situation. And it's gonna go for Protect. Why save yourself from a situation that's not gonna go ahead and help you? You're done for. I played my Magmortar to its finest. Here comes another Dazzling Gleam. He's gonna need like a crit. He was gonna need to go ahead and just attack in order to go ahead and do what it needed to do. But that's GG's right there. We lost 2 and won 2. This team is really good. Alrighty guys, this will be our last match. We're going up against Terrence. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. So, this team is going to be more of a Trick Room team, I can tell you that much. We got Metagross, Gengar, Rhyperior, Dusclops, Ferrothorn, and Garchomp. Honestly, what I can say is that he's probably going to go ahead and use that Trick Room to his advantage. But, since we do have Klefki as in prison, we can go ahead and stop that Trick Room from being activated. So, what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to go ahead and bring out Klefki, and I'm going to go ahead and bring out Swampert. Now, as far as the next 2 Pokemon, I'm not really sure. He does have 2 Steel-type Pokemon to his disposal. And we do have Garchomp and Magmortar. Honestly, what I can say is that I think what we're going to do is that we're going to bring Magmortar, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Salamence. Because, honestly, I think that's what's going to go ahead and help us out in this situation. If we do see that Dusclops, we're just going to go ahead and use Klefki to imprison itself. So that way, I'm thinking Imprison is worked like that, to where it won't be able to use Trick Room. I'm hoping that's what the case is. So he's gonna go with Metagross and Gengar as his first 2 mons. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go for the Light Screen. And I think what I'm going to do is just going to go for the... Should I go for the Dynamax? Or should I go for the Earthquake? No. I think what I should do is actually go for the Liquidation onto... I think I should go for the Liquidation onto the Metagross. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Liquidation onto the Metagross. So he's actually gonna go ahead and straight up Dynamax. I think it might be the Gengar that he's gonna... No, he's gonna go for Metagross. Okay. Sucker Punch weakness policy? What? Oh my god! I was not expecting that. Wow. That does some good damage. Here comes the Max Steel Spike. It's gonna go into Klefki. Ooh, that weakness policy, man. That weakness policy. But that's fine. I mean, we do have Magmortar in the back, and we do also have Salamence as well. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and actually go into Salamence, and we're gonna Dynamax our Salamence. And we're gonna max Airstream into the Gengar, and we're gonna EQ his side of the field. Honestly, I think that's what the best play is, because I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, I think they took off Levitate for Gengar. So we're gonna go for the max Airstream. We do get some good damage off, and we do get that speed boost. Here comes the Earthquake. Doesn't affect Salamence. Yeah. So Earthquake was taken off of Gengar. Or Levitate. So it was Curse Body. It was Curse Body Gengar. Okay. Here comes another Max Steel Spike. Into Salamence. It's going to raise up its defense again. But we are +1 in our speed against Metagross. Here comes Dusclops. Oh, God. And I know for a fact that it's got Trick Room, but Klefki got taken out in the last round. I think we're in a bind at this point. I think we better go for the Max Knuckle. And I think we better flip turn? Should we flip turn? Or should we liquidation? I think we better liquidation the Dusclops. I know it's got the Eviolite. Oh my god, that is half. And we get the defense drop as well. Here comes another Max Steel Spike. Yeah, that's going to take us down. But the Metagross doesn't have any more turns if it's Dynamax as well. Salamence put in the work that it needed to. I'm glad. Yeah, here comes the Trick Room. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. I think our best solution is just to go for a Thunderbolt here. And we're going to go ahead and actually liquidation into the Metagross. if I'm playing my cards right, here comes a Nightshade and a Swampert. Here comes the EQ. Magmortar got mollywopped. It's alright. Here comes Rhyperior. I think that's a weakness policy, Rhyperior. I don't know. Oh, Earthquake got disabled? No, that's what I needed. If Earthquake didn't get disabled there, then I would have been able to go ahead and... Yeah, I think we lost this match. Yeah. And GG's, man. GG's. Alright, guys. This will be our last match for today. And if we win, we win. And if we lose, we lose. So, this team is going to consist of Cinderace, Beware, Urshifu, I don't know which one that would be, Dragonite, Hatterene, and Indeedee. So, I know for a fact that when it comes towards Indeedee, Hatterene, they're going to go with that Follow Me Trick Room. So, I'm thinking that Imprison stops Trick Room. I just don't remember if it does or not. But I am gonna go ahead and go for the Klefki Salamence play. And I'm gonna bring Eldegoss in the back. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring Swampert. I think that should go ahead and work. So here comes Indeedee Hatterene. Okay, Shiny Hatterene. And Psychic Seed to raise up the special defense. I'm gonna go for the Imprison. And I'm just gonna go for the straight up Dynamax Max Steel Spike into the Indeedee. So here comes the Follow Me. That was already a given at that point. Here comes the Imprison. Here comes the Max Steel Spike from my Salamence into the Indeedee. So that doesn't stop Trick Room. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay. So Trick Room does not get stopped with Imprison. Alright. So that's good intel. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and switch that, So yeah, I'm gonna have to switch that move with something else. More than likely Trick Room to swap out the Trick Room. And it's G-Max Hatterene. And I went for Helping Hand this time? Oh, if it was gonna go for Helping Hand, I could have used Max Steel Spike into the Hatterene. Here comes the G-Max Smite. And that's gonna 100% confuse both of my Pokemon. I do get the Weakness Policy boost. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go ahead and actually hit. Oh, I do hit. Okay, so I do get the Max Airstream. Indeed, he does go down, but we're in a bad predicament right now because the fact that I thought it was gonna use Follow Me. But that's okay. And here comes Dragonite. Man, I really messed that up. I should have... I thought Imprison was going to go ahead and help against the Trick Room, but it's not. So that's just good intel on my part to basically just switch Imprison with Trick Room. If Klefki does get Trick Room, I'm not sure. Yeah, Salamence is down. It's okay. This is just basically intel. Hopefully hopefully Klefki does get Trick Room. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring out Swampert. I'm gonna Foul Play into the Hatterene. And I'm gonna... Should I Flip Turn or Ice Punch? I think I better Ice Punch the Dragonite. He went for Extreme Speed, and that's not gonna work. Leftovers Dragonite. I'm gonna switch out Klefki and I'm gonna Flip Turn the Hatterene. And then I'm going to go into Klefki. Haha! And the dimensions went back to normal. And I'm gonna go for the switch onto Eldegoss and go into Swampert. And I'm just gonna go ahead and foul play the Dragonite. Get that regenerator going with the Eldegoss. I'm just gonna go for Trick Room again. I'm gonna go for the Ice Punch onto the Dragonite, foul play the Hatterene. Okay, so Klefki's gonna go down. Comes the Ice Punch, knocks out the Dragonite. Okay, so we're not out of this battle just yet. We are not out yet. And here comes Beware. Okay. I think I better go for the Liquidation into the Beware. And I'm gonna go for the Helping Hand on that slot. Here comes the Mystical Fire. Eldegoss is gonna eat that. But I do get a special attack drop. Here comes the Liquidation. Man, that Beware is so powerful. Darkest Lariat? Oh, man. Okay, the Sunlight faded. But the dimensions are back to normal. I think this might be the last turn of Trick Room. No, wait. It's got 2 more turns of Trick Room. Okay. I'm gonna go for the Liquidation Pollen Puff. Alright, here comes Mystical Fire again. Eldegoss living on 11. Whew! Here comes Liquidation again. Yeah, took down Beware. Let's go. Let's go. The light screen wore off. Okay, so now Eldegoss is definitely going to go down here. But I can go for the Helping Hand with the Swampert. Here comes a D-Gleam. Yes, it needed a crit and a half. But that Helping Hand boost, Liquidation. Ooh, that did a lot. That did a lot. But the dimensions are twisted back to normal. Yes. Oh my god, I cannot believe I brought that back. Let's go. Just Liquidation into the Hatterene and we should be good. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Liquidation for the win, man. That was a good battle. GG's, man. GG's. Alrighty, guys. So, we are in the team rental share for our very first team that we've created for this, for the entire, game. And as you can see, we have Shiny Trick. Now, basically, I'm pretty much explained what this team is basically consist of. basically using Musharna to use Trick Room, and then Appletun going ahead and going for, a physical attack moves instead of it being special attack with Gyro Ball, Rollout, Energy Ball, and High Horsepower. Energy Ball being, G-Max Sweetness and everything. And then also going ahead and using Partial Other with Speed with Salazzle, Grimmsnarl, Duraludon. And with that specific team, we can go ahead and use Salazzle with Flamethrower, or using Will-O-Wisp with Toxic, and then being able to go ahead and use that to our advantage with Venoshock as well too. Grimmsnarl with Prankster, be able to go ahead and use the Light Clay, Reflect, and Fake Out first with Thunder Wave to go ahead and slow down some Pokemon that are faster than us. And then, of course, with Araquanid with Soak, Crunch, Lunge, and Liquidation. Soak is to go ahead and help out Appletun to be able to go ahead and transform it into a water type, so that way Appletun's weaknesses will go ahead and just be grass and electric type moves. And we also have Energy Ball to go ahead and offset those specific water types that we're going up against and everything. So with Musharna, we got Trick Room, Calm Mind, Store Power with Moonlight, just because of the fact that we need to go ahead and basically make sure that Musharna lives a little bit longer, due to the fact of Musharna not being so powerful in both of its defenses and everything. Duraludon is already powerful as enough. You guys already know what Duraludon does with the Stalwart weakness policy and everything. And once it gets that weakness policy, we can just go for Dragon Pulse, Steel Beam, and, Iron Defense with Dark Pulse and everything to go ahead and boost up his defenses even further. So that way Duraludon doesn't go ahead and, faint in just like a couple of turns and everything. Let me go ahead and talk about my second team and everything, the one that we just introduced today. Alrighty, guys. So this is going to be our second team that we have created for double battles and everything. This team, like I said, is very, very good. As you can see, we did 6 battles. We lost 3 and won 3. This team is actually very good if you know how to use it. I'm still trying to learn how to basically use it, so that way I can be able to go ahead and be a lot better with this team. But other than that, this team is very good. As you can see, Swampert with the Rendoberry goes ahead and helps out with against grass-type moves. Eldegoss, another Pokemon that is actually very good with Regenerator plus Leftovers. As you can see, Eldegoss is basically, like I said, one of the bread and butters of the team, basically going for that helping hand with Pollen Puff to basically make sure that our Pokemon will be a little bit more powerful. And we did go up against some Pokemon that actually are legendaries, and our boy Salamence just basically showed you what's up. Basically going for that weakness policy, dual wing beat max airstream, brick break max knuckle, iron tail, max steel spike, and then outrage max Wormwind. I mean, basically Salamence is put out there to go ahead and say hey, if you're faster than me, I can go ahead and go for that max airstream. Or hey, if you're tougher than me, I can go for that brick break max knuckle. Or if you guys have more defense than I do, I can do the same thing by going for that Iron Tail, going for that Iron Tail max steel spike. And then also with Outrage, if somebody's stronger than me, then I can go for the max Wormwind with Outrage to go ahead and lower the Pokemon's defense or attack power, physical attack power, and everything. So it's a very relatively good Pokemon. It's a good Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. And then as you can see, we did go up against that one trainer that actually had the Oranguru with the Snorlax, going for that Belly Drum with the help of the Symbiosis, Trick Room, and everything. And Garchomp put in the work for us to go ahead and make sure that we can, take down that Snorlax, because that plus six attack boost with that Belly Drum is going to be ridiculous. It was going to go ahead and mop the floor with our entire team that we're going to be putting up against that. And that's when sometimes when a burn really comes in clutch. That's why I was really torn between the fact of using Magmortar's hidden ability, which was Vital Spirit, or its regular ability, which was Flame Body. And I decided to go with Vital Spirit, so that way I could be able to make sure that, we can go ahead and make sure that we stay alive a lot longer. And, you know, as you can see in that very end of the battle, where we went up against that Hatterene plus the Dragonite and everything, Eldegoss really put in the work. And with that move that we did with the flip turn, and then switching out Klefki, and then bringing out Eldegoss and everything, to where it used Dragon Claw on the wrong Pokemon. That was a very smart play on my part. I honestly did not think about it until like the last second. And I was like, okay, I really need to go ahead and switch something out and then switch with flip turn to switch in. And it worked out very well. I was really blown away by that. And the only reason why I'm talking so long is so that way you guys can be able to go ahead and share this team with someone that you think that actually will probably use this team in the future, or probably want to go ahead and actually make this team yourselves, so then that way you guys can be able to go ahead and check it out, see if it's good or not and everything, and then be on par with or be basically just trying to go ahead and use it to your disposal. Basically, the Flip Turn, Ice Punch, Liquidation, plus the Earthquake is just there to, you know, for Swampert, so that way, if we can go for those Ice Punches, we can go ahead and try to freeze some opponents, or the Liquidation to go ahead and lower the defense. As you can see, that Bewear was actually very powerful. Plus, with the Helping Hand, it really didn't do all that much damage, but with the fact of, you know, that I think it had some type of like extra. I think they used some type of reflect or something to go ahead and actually boost up the. Oh yeah, that's right. Since the Hatterene actually went for Max Flare when it G-Maxed, it set up the Sun, so that's why Liquidation was actually you know, a little bit less powerful. So that's why Liquidation didn't do so much. But with the help of the Helping Hand, it actually did do half damage, and then actually reduced the Bewear's defenses as well. So it actually really helped out in the situation. And then also the fact of Klefki didn't really help out as much. But it did do what it needed to do, which was set up the reflect and light screens for us, so that way we can be able to go ahead and make sure that our top 4 specific Pokemon, which is Swampert, Salamence, Magmortar, and Garchomp, was to stay in battle a little bit longer. And Eldegoss was there to go ahead and make sure that if Magmortar wasn't going to be able to go ahead and Dynamax, we actually have the Sunny Day to go ahead and make sure that we can go ahead and use Lava Plume or Solar Beam to go ahead and take out the Pokemon that we needed to go ahead and take out. Pollen Puff is basically there to go ahead and make sure that we can, you know, heal up our Pokemon or dish damage to the Pokemon that are on the opposing side of the team. Mainly, I was only using Pollen Puff to actually heal up my Pokemon, but it was still really, really helpful in that situation. I honestly can say so myself. And as you can, and you know, this team is very, very good. I will be using this team a lot more in my double battles as well as my Trick Room team. And this is going to be Shiny Dragon Fire. Or if you want to go ahead and tell me to switch it, I'll switch it over to Fire Dragon. Because, like I said, this team is basically consists around using, you know, Sunny Day, in a sense, because of the fact that, you know, when you go up against Pokemon like Ninetales and Sandslash, those 2 Pokemon in particular will definitely go ahead and use that Hail plus Slush Rush to go ahead and make sure that Pokemon will be rendered useless, basically. So, with the help of the Sunny Day, we can really put in the work that we need to make sure that we can go ahead and actually, you know, put that Slush Rush to non-good use anymore. But I really, really do enjoy using this team, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I did. And this video might take me a while to go ahead and upload, but this video will be uploaded by today or probably by tomorrow, depending on how long I can go ahead and get this video up, edited and everything else. So if you guys really do enjoy the content that I create, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll get a kick out of these videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.